Hello and welcome back to Court Farms. So we are about halfway through our last grass cut of our second year. We have done our soon-to-be hayfield. I've not actually made it into hay yet, I've just cut it. And we've got this field, which will be silage, and the top field, which will be silage also, to do. Now I have done the update from Oxygendavid, so this is Court Farms like the 1.2 whatever it is. So we can put more food into our sheep, well the sheep pen, and our cow beef stock, which is great because that was an issue that we were having. Yeah, we managed to kill some by doing that. So that is going to make life a whole lot easier for us and a lot more efficient. They did do some stuff with the cows, but I might have made it more of an issue by putting my massive manure heap there to make sure that we didn't have to manually do it. Other than that, we have been quite busy since the last time I've seen you. We got our harvest field done. We got about 50,000 litres of barley. I got that field turned round quickly as well. It's now got rye in it, which is a new product for this map. We also increased our cow milk herd up to 50. Did I do it before? Can't remember. Well, I'm telling you again. So it's now making about 75,000 roughly a month. So yes, doing well. We're doing okay. We're getting a constant income from that. We have a lot of wool to still sell. We've obviously got our beef stock that we need to get sold at some point. And our wheat. So we're doing okay. We also got straw so we can do manure and all that as well. So now we need to just focus on getting the last cut done so we can get prepared for winter. I'm going to cut the beef stock field as well and just turn it into hay and just load them up with food so they are sorted for the whole winter. And yeah, we'll see what the money is doing. I do want to definitely get another arable field. We're just not sure which one. We probably need about, we're not far off what we need money wise for one of those. It's just the extra cost of getting it planted and everything like that. So I do want to get another arable field. And also I've stated that I want pigs. Which the arable field will help with, because the idea of that is to get some more sorghum in so we can get pigs and at least get their base food and things done. So yeah, we are all go. So I'm going to crack on and get our last grass cutting done for the year. Once this is all done, which will take me a while, we will check back in when we are probably going to leave it until we're actually in the process of selling some products and we'll have a decent bit of money. It'll probably be like December time that I'm actually going to be back, because I don't think I'm going to get much done other than just plodding through, looking after animals and getting these fields turned around, so getting them fertilised and limed, ready for next year. So yep, quick update on what we've been doing. We do have the update in place if anyone was wondering. It seems to be all things that are very logical. It's a good thing about Oxygendavid. He always kind of takes into consideration other people's things that are issues. I think there's other gates and bits and pieces that he sorted as well. The main thing that affected us was the animal pens. So I'm going to get this grass all done, dusted, out of the way, wrapped, put into bales, and we will be sorted. So I will see you when it's hopefully a big payday. So we have made it to December, and I am in our truck. I need to lease actually, I've not taken the money off lease. We have got our fields cut, we got them wrapped, we got them baled, we got a good amount of stuff. Where are we going? Here. So I've got a lot of silage, and I've got a decent amount of hay. So I'm just going to try and match this. So I think I'm going to do 2 deliveries, which will be 60 bales worth of silage to tall trees. That's why it's flagging up on the map and pinging, alarming me to go there. Now our barley's not quite there yet, so we'll have to pay for another delivery of that, but that's fine. What we have done as well, what have we done? Yeah, we got everything limed, fertilised on the grass fields, and I didn't get more lambs are born, so I'm keeping these to try and get our sheep herd up to about 100. about 70 something now. Also thinking about maybe increasing our milking herd. Some of our calves have turned into actual big cows, so they're not going to be far off. They're about 4 months away from selling. I think once we get all these sold, I might actually up how many we buy to 100, which is the capacity of that field. And then we can basically use the profit from selling these to buy 100. And yeah, that's about all we've been up to. I just need to get these sold so we can get a nice chunk of money coming in. Like, we're not poor, but there are things I want to buy. One of them is a tractor, and the other one is a bigger feed mixer. That's as well as the new field and things that I'm looking at getting. So we do need a decent bit of money. This is going to be a very tight corner. I should have thought this through. Join me after this 17-point turn. And we're through. Just. They do have a lot of wool to sell as well, but obviously we're not in the season for wool. But we will get there, I think it's May time, so we just keep an eye on the price. And we've still got our wheat to sell, which if we get a good price for it, we're supposed to get about 50,000. So again, we will keep an eye on that. Now this has auto load, which is an absolute dream. It's just the fact that you can't get too close to this one. So I kept... How much did we keep? We kept... Oh, what was it? 2 full loads. 3 full loads, sorry, we kept. So it's like 84 bales. It worked out as about 400 odd thousand. So we will keep doing what we're doing and feeding more silage than hay. Just want to check if we've got... Yeah, we've got all 30 on. We do... Yeah, put a little bit more in. Like 53% to 47. It just works easier with the bales, like you just split a silage bale in half. I do need to get a manure spreader as well. That was the other thing I needed to buy. We've got a lot of stuff to purchase. But we do have a decent bit of money, so we'll see where this gets us to. And then we'll try and buy some things now. I'd imagine cows would probably be my priority because then they're going to make more money. And then... Manure spreader? No. Maybe tractor. We'll just have a look and see how much we get. I'm just overly talking about it. Right. I'll get this to tall trees. Get our next load done. And I'll check out and see how much money we have. So that is all the silage sold, or at least all the silage that we wanted to sell sold. We brought in about 155,000 loosely, and then we paid for 3 loads because I actually did 2.5 loads. But we paid by the loads, so it's 1,000 a load. And yeah, we're at a big sum of 438,000. Now, I think the next move is to get these cows up. So we'll go and buy some more cows. I'm not sure how many go to. I'm not sure if we go to 60, which is just another 10. Or do we just send it and go to 75 and we get another 25 cows? I think we're just going to send it and see. Because I've got plenty of food. I hope I do. Because we've got... Still have all of this and all of that. Which equates to... Like if we double those up, that's about 800,000 food. Now, I can't even remember how much we're using at the moment. So yeah, I think we're going to just do that. And then the next expenditure I need to look at is a bigger one of these, which I don't need a bigger tractor for. It's the manure spreader we need a bigger tractor for. So I'm not overly worried about getting that done anytime soon. Because we have plenty of time. So if we do 25 of these for 48,000. Perfect. Now we need to go shopping for a new... I know which one I think I'm going to buy. I think it's the Euro Milk one. That's the 30. I can't remember where I've set my delivery point up from shop deliveries. So we shall do that here. And we'll get rid of this. And, well, we'll get rid of that after because I think it's still got some food in it. So we want... I don't think it's reasonably priced as well. These are the Euro Milk ones. This is one we've obviously got. 17,000 it can hold. It's pretty good. It's done a really good job for us. And this is the upgrade that we want to get. Because it's almost double the amount we can put into it. So it just saves the amount of trips that we're doing. The only one bigger is like 100 and it's the massive one, you get 45,000, but it even doesn't seem that big compared to 30. Yeah, then the price is more than double. Makes no sense to get that one. So yeah, the wheels do look tiny though. Let's make normal size wheels on it. And let's get that. And it's here. Yeah, we'll start using that once we get this emptied and we'll just get that sold. And we're still at 327,000. I don't know if there's much worth in going field shopping now. Or do we have a quick look to see what fields we could maybe get and let that number go up? Because the next thing we're looking at is a manure spreader and a tractor. Now, a tractor's going to be like 200 odd thousand. A manure spreader is going to be say 100. So we've got 300 there, but we're not going to use them anytime soon because all the field work's done. So it seems a bit like meh. And then if we buy a field now, we can't really do much with it. We might get lucky if it's got something in it come sort of March time. Or if we've got enough money in March time, we might get a bigger one if we have a bit more money from all our milk we're selling. So let's flick to the map. So we do have a few fields around us that we don't have. So we own all this, essentially. All the way down here we have. Now, these ones are on the smaller side, but they're very good yield. It's only 97,000 for that as well. This one and this one have all got decent yield expected potentials. The big one is actually, I don't like the corner of it either, but that's 309, but that would be massive. That's what, saying it's 12 acres. That's a 5. A 4, so that'd be 9 if you got both of those, which we could do. And even that one's got very good yield. It does have a weird thing going through it though. Yeah, we've got some options here that are pretty good. A path all the way through it, which is slightly annoying. What's that? 264. So yeah, I think we... Oh, didn't mean to come off the map there. I wanted to see if there's anything planted. These have just been cultivated, so this one's got something in it. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave the field for now. And I think we'll just wait till about February, March before we make any more decisions on what we're going to buy. I think that's the best plan. And I'll get that sold. And I'll need to get the wheat sold as well. Barley, I think we've got barley, not wheat. I think I've said wheat before. Oh well, it's barley we've actually got. Yeah, we'll get that sold. So I'm going to plough through winter and keep my animals alive, hopefully better this year. And I'll see us come February, March when we're looking at buying a field. I'll hopefully have sold my barley for a good price by then. And I'll have this emptied. So we'll check back in with us in the springtime. So as you can see, we survived winter. We are now in March. And we are quite rich. We have £700,000. That is mainly due to our milk sales. I did sell the barley. We got about 40,000 for that, so it's not bad. But milk has been giving us a steady income all the way through winter, which has been great. Right now, I'm currently transferring some hay bales down to our beef stock because they're almost out. And I've realised that I cannot use just that field to feed them hay. It does give them grass, but from that experience they all died. So we need to give them hay. So we've got a decent bit of money. And what I wanted to look at is getting another tractor to help us out. And also get the 2 fields that we looked at previously. and a grass field. I did look at grass fields nearer our beef stock, like this one to the right, and then subsequent ones to the left. However, it means moving the equipment down where I can just get a field closer to us, then I can transfer the bales down. That seems to make more sense. So, once we get these guys all fed, or at least topped up with food, they're going to probably need more, they're going through a decent bit. The amount they've consume once they get big is a lot more than when they're little. It just seems to jump up. So yeah, they're fairly getting through the hay. So we'll get these guys fed, and then we will get our land purchased. Yeah, I'll have to show you the little... This is how I'm getting into this field. I'm not sure the person of this house would really appreciate. So yeah, I cut through their property like this. We'll bypass the bit where it took me about 15,000 times to get around that turn because the snow kept making me slide and my trailer caught on the bin. So we'll just edit that out. Yeah, so if you see now, they're obviously eating the grass, so there's nothing to cut. So yeah, that's my problem. Bring up the cow bit now. So yeah, as you can see, they've not got much hay left and it's mainly grass. That's how I've got no grass growing. So it's a slight issue. So we'll top them up with the hay, which they've got plenty of space for, which will keep them going for quite a while. And then we can get on with our other jobs and buying the fields and stuff like that. I did purchase 20 more cows. Was it 20 more? No, it was 25 more. It was these ones we bought. So we purchased 25 more. So that's how we're getting a lot more milk. We are going through a lot more food, but it's worth it. I also put a slurry extension down, which we'll show you when you get back to the farm. It doesn't look the best, but we only had 100,000 litres and it kept maxing out. And if I'm getting more fields, I am going to constantly use it. But it's like, yeah, 100,000 litres isn't that much for a slurry tank. We did run out of straw. I think we ran out in February, first day of February. So it did last us a lot, the straw that we had from that field. So we'll get more this year because I think we get straw from the rye, I'm not sure. But we will definitely be planting probably oats and maybe another wheat or something like that. Just to make sure that we have some straw, because it does help. If we need to sell as well, we can sell it. Our sheep are going well. I am waiting for, yes, those ones. Once they've reproduced, I think we'll be at the point, the number that I kind of want. I kind of want to be near about 100 sheep. And then we can start looking at, oh, the snow has disappeared. Love when it does that. So yeah, as you can see, because they're grazing on this, it's kind of like saying harvested. So I can't really rely on this to keep these fed with hay. So we'll get these dropped off. And we will get everything else done. Because we do need to start planting these fields once we buy them. So that we can actually get some crops out this year. Now let's check back on with these. Much better. So they're going through about 15,000 hay. So we'll just keep them hopped up for now. Once we get our other grass fields cut, because they're going to need cut pretty soon, then we'll bring a lot more down and have a stockpile down here. The reverse of this is hopefully going to be easier because there's no snow on the ground. Oh, I'd picture this every time. There we go. See that? Fine. Never known such a strong wheelie bin. Okay, we'll get back up to the farm. I'll show you the slurry tank and then we'll start purchasing some land. So this is our slurry tank extension. Now I know what you're thinking, that's not on your farm, Craig. I've not actually bought this, it just allowed me to put that there. So we'll go higher in the air. We are like right next to it. I know it looks a bit gadgy. It's a bit of a, let's just say, botched system, but it works. It's not the best. I do want to get this field because I kind of want to make this into like farm shop, maybe with a milk bottle shop and I'm not sure what else. I kind of just want to see what we can do with it. But yeah, it works. It's not the cleanest, but it kind of does clean because it's like not really in our farm. Like this is a bit even more gadgy, I would say. But yeah, So that is one of the things that we got done to make sure that we can get... I've still got plenty of fertilizer now. We didn't... Yeah, we used everything up last time. We just got through the last fertilizing of the grass with just enough slurry. So we'll see what happens this year when we've got a lot more fields, but I imagine it'll be fine because we've got a nice stockpile at the moment. So let's get onto the map and let's purchase some fields. So the 2 fields I was going to purchase have now been planted with sugar beet because we hit March. I'm just going to plant straight over them because I don't really want sugar beet. We don't want to do a sugar beet harvest. We really don't. There's going to be 84 and 58. Now 58, I'm going to get the plough because this section is actually field that's down here. It just doesn't show up on the map, so we'll get that sorted. 84 is good to go, I believe. Yeah, 84 is fine. There's 104 on here. The numbers are really confusing me. So yeah, 122 expected yield, pretty good. And then this one as well is 120. Now for the grass field, we are just going to go with 60 because it's right next to us, and this field gets turned into hay already, so we can just do double hay and silage. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell any silage. We need to see how the numbers kind of tie up with what we're doing. I am using more silage than I am hay currently. So we're using 18,000 per mix and then 14,500 of hay. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Again, I don't know how much the cows are going to take, especially the fact that I'm going to up them to 100. So I want to make sure I've got plenty hay, which we will definitely have, because I'm going to be selling those cows fairly soon, I think, the beef stocks this year, and then we'll get the smaller cows over the winter. So we'll see how that goes, but first we need to buy all these and then get the soil testing done. We've still got 372,000, which is really good because we do need a tractor to help us out. Now, purchase soil information. Always more expensive than you think it's going to be. It's not actually too bad on this map. So now we've got all the soil maps, we just need to get onto actually doing some work. Now I'm going to get the plough to get this bit tidied up, but we do need to get a tractor first. This field I want to check, but if it's nearing harvest I can't put anything on it. We just have to take it for what it is. And yeah, everything else is good to go. This one we can plant straight away. Yeah, because we've got a cultivator slash, yeah, it's an all direct drill is what I'm trying to say, is what we have for this, so it's fine. This will plough and then we'll direct drill. But we need to go shopping for a tractor. So we'll nip over to the shop and see what we're going to get. So we're looking at this sort of range. They're about similar chassis size to what we have. I was looking at getting the McCormick because I've never actually used one before. But I've kind of decided upon the Massey, because I've not actually used the Massey before either, really. We did we have one on Camden? I can't remember now. I'm not going to go for the 205. It's only 25 horsepower, 20 horsepower more than what we've got. So I do want to have a little bit more than that. This does go up to, what's it, 285 it goes to? 305. So we can go up further, but I think 225 is going to suffice for now. I am wanting wide wheels because we do a lot of grass work. Yeah, those are the big boy ones. Because we're doing a lot of grass work, I want them to be able to float and stuff. Don't need a front loader attachment. Don't want the ISO Pro. We do need to put another license plate. This is a brand new tractor. And there we go. And now let's spend 205,000 of our hard-earned money on this beautiful tractor. It's getting delivered to my farm, so it does cost us a little bit more, but it saves me having to go and get it. I'm also going to have to get another weight because we will not be able to do much without a weight. It'll be, that's the one I went for last time. That's the big bulbous one, but it's quite a big tractor. Should we go, let's go for the 1500. And there we go. Here is our lovely new tractor. Now compare it with our other one, which is covered in lime from doing the slurrying. So it's not too much bigger in terms of like chassis length. Try and get them lined up a bit better. You see it's not too much longer, but it is obviously taller. It's about a ton heavier, so it's not too bad. So yeah, it's a nice, it's not too big, it's not too similar to this one, so we've now got a decent complement of new tractors. We'll get this hooked up. I think I do need to lease a plough because I don't think I actually own a plough. So we'll get cracking on. We're getting that field ploughed and getting some crops in. Again, I'm not 100% sure what crops I'm going to go with. I do think it's going to be oats and probably wheat, but we'll soon find out. But I will get all of that done. And yeah, I'll let you know once we get something in the ground. Probably once we get our first grass cut done as well. So we'll pound through all that work. And yeah, we'll see where we are from there. It's been quite some time since I've seen yous. I did actually mean to record sooner, but I forgot to record the selling of our wool. So we did a load of wool. We got 64,000 off for our transport. It was 27 pallets worth of wool we sold. So that's like 2 years worth, almost 2 years worth, just shy of 2 years worth of wool from our sheep. And I was thinking, it's very profitable having sheep, which I think most people kind of know. But with the grazing mod on, it's ridiculously easy. Like, I have got to put water in these guys, what, every 3 days or something? And they look after themselves in terms of feed. And I just get money. I also get money from selling their lambs straight away. I think since the last time I saw you, I've made 5,000 just from selling lambs. I think it was 5,000. Oh no, 3,000 from lambs, and then we got 2,000 from selling some cows. We're also making about 50,000 a day with our milk from our 75 cows, which are just left with the gate open because it's easier to get the straw in that I don't have. We did a lot of slurrying with our lovely new tractor, which has been a big help with this in particularly, pulling it. And what else did it work really well with? Oh, the baler. The baler, it made a big difference. We were not struggling up the hills with it. We got our slurry down a bit. And yeah, let's go on a little field sort of tour. Oh, I do need to fix a tractor as well. So we're nearing the next cut of grass and harvest. We got 2 and a bit loads of silage from these two. And we got a load from here from hay, and down there hay, which we took straight down to the beefstock cows. I also purchased this little triangle over here and just made it into this field because, yeah, it wasn't very expensive, and I thought, well, we may as well. We're kind of lacking on hay when we're doing 2 fields of silage over hay. The only annoying thing is I can't get rid of these flowers, but it's fine. I've not actually cut this yet because I just planted it in, like, replanted it in grass to make it a field. So we'll get that cut. July, yeah, July is when it's going to be ready. Our oats are doing well. I'm thinking about getting is a sprayer so we can get rid of the weeds. I'm not going to do that this year. I know we've got plenty of money, but there's no point in doing it now when they're pretty much grown. This was our new hay field as well, which got us a full load of hay. It's got very good yields on this field. It's smaller than that field. Yeah, you got the same amount of hay bales off. Pretty happy with that. And this is our sorghum field. Sorghum, however you say it. I accidentally planted this in oats. Because I was set up on oats, so then I had to replant it as sorghum. So that's how it's a little bit behind. And that cost us a good couple £1,000 to change that, so that was good of me to do it. Our other field of rye is going to be ready very soon. I think that's not going to be ready till August, maybe. Our 2 other fields will be ready in July to get cut. So we've been fairly busy just plodding along. We've not purchased anything else apart from the land and made money from selling stuff, basically. our rye is doing very well. Yeah, maybe a roller as well we might get just to max out our sort of potential yields. Just running through bushes. We are getting close to selling our beef stock. I'm not sure what they peak at. They're currently at, let's just pull it up and show you. It's easier than just running through numbers. So these are the first 16, the survivors, we'll call them. They are 14 months old and they're at 1729. Now, I'm not sure if this peaks at 2000 or what, but they are consuming quite a lot of food now. So I am thinking of selling them as soon as they hit 2000, which I'm not sure when that's going to be. It might be 16 months. We'll see what it's at. But we are going to make a lot of money on these as it is. So we could sell them at 1500 and we'll still make money. I don't know when the best time to sell them is. I've not looked into it. I know there is a great video by Scroft on the base game when you do it. But I'm not sure with enhanced animals. Yeah, that's just a little sit rep of where we are. And we're still planning on getting pigs. So that's why I'm not like wanting to splash too much money just now. Because we are going to be buying the pig pen. Which if we quickly go to the map, we'll see how much that is. So I think the pig one's this one or this one. I can't actually remember. Either way, it's going to be about 30,000. And then obviously we need to get pigs and see how much food we can store down there and things like that. So it's not going to be, say 100,000, we'll put 100,000 aside for that. I do need to really get this tractor fixed here because it is starting to struggle pulling this. Our little workhorse. Say little, it's pretty much the same, similar size to that one. Now, do I have a fixing point? I don't have anywhere I could fix things. I thought I had a fixing point here. I'm going to have to take this to the shop. Because why am I still trying to get in when there's clearly not a place to fix it? Nope, we don't have the facilities. Should maybe look at buying a trigger to put in here. Well, off to the shop to get this sorted. So that's where we're at. We're getting on well this year. Still, I think we'll be able to get some pigs. The beef stock as well, I'm thinking of getting 100 next time. I think it's doable with what we're going to have in terms of hay, but we'll see. We're going to get this fixed. And then we'll get into July and start our harvest. And then that'll be it for another year. Crow Farms. So, see you when we're harvesting. So we have started our harvest. We are doing rye first. We've currently got our Massey getting the grass cut in the silage fields. I've already done the 2 hay fields, as you can see. They are tedded as well as cut. Now we've got the Jutes Far on the grain trailer. That has started our harvest. We are doing the rye first. I've already done the 2 hay fields. The Massey is currently cutting the silage fields. So we are making some progress through our harvest. Now we've got to get this field done. And then we've got our, what's next? Oats. Oats is next. So that means we can get some straw for manure. Not that we really need it, but it's good to have. So we might end up having to sell some of our slurry because we're at about 500,000 litres of slurry. We can hold 600,000. Obviously these fields will get done once they're harvested, so we will get that down again. But then I've got tons of manure still to go. We could have sale of some manure and some slurry shortly. We'll see how it gets on. I'm just going to crack on with our harvest. We'll see how much rye we get off this field. And then we need to see how much oats and sorghum we get. But sorghum I think it's going to be August because it's still not ready yet. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a decent amount of bales as well. So we'll see when we are harvested out our nut. So that's just until the last of our harvest. We've done our oats. We only got like 24,000 off that little field. We've done all our grass fields again. Still got one more time to go for, obviously, for them. And we've done our rye, which got like 40, almost 50,000 litres of rye, which is good. And we've got straw to still collect. I've not managed to collect the straw from those fields yet. I did get our grass fields all prepped and ready to go, so they are fertilised and they are good to go for the third cut. Now we are on the sorghum, which I've already done. Just going round like 3/4, we got a full load of this. So we're going to have a nice good yield off this field. It was expected yield was like about 130% on most of the field, which is pretty good. I think I'll go up one more time and I think I'm going to get the worker to take over because we need to go and sell our beef stock. It's not quite at the 2,000, but I think we've just kind of kept it maybe a bit too long. So the price is still going up, but it's going up quite slowly and we're just using so much hay to feed them. I think it's probably best just to get them sold. And then I'm gonna, yeah, we bought a couple new items, so I'll show you that before we come back to this. I'm not sure if we get this finished in this episode or we'll just come back to this and we'll sign off. We'll soon see though. So we'll get this. Maybe this is actually a good place to just hire a worker. And we will get down to our beef stock. So we're at our beef stock field. Just as we leave, our worker has got up to 80%. That is okay, we will get through this. So yeah, I've already brought down 26 bales. That was just in July, the first day of July. And as you can see, we're down to what, 1620. So they've consumed, well, 6 bales have gone into here anyway. They may not have consumed it. They do still have quite a lot of food left. You see they're 150 food. Half of that is our hay. It does go down a lot faster than when they were little, obviously, because look at the size of them, they're big. So we're just going to sell up and cash in. We bought these for, let's see the total price of what we actually paid for these. So if I was to buy these again, 17,500. Yes, we won't, the ones that died have died, but we can't go back, and we did probably pay about 28 for all of these in real terms, but 17,500 is what it would have cost us. And we are going to get, well, we're going to get 29, so we're going to make 12,000 just off the first lot, if that makes sense. It does in my head. Yeah, we're at 29,000 from that lot, which we will get sold now. Then our second lot, which is a lot more, should maybe another way, 34, 56,000. So what's that? Say 30, 86,000 from getting close to £60,000 worth of profit. In a year, it's not too bad. It does take a lot to keep them going in terms of hay, but yeah, I think we might do better just selling them when they hit the year mark and having more of them. So that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to buy ourselves 100 of these. I'm going to do 2 lots of 50 just to make it easier. 100. There we go. So that's 35,000 investment. And we'll see what that brings us in about a year's time. So now we need to go and show you some of the purchases we've done. The first thing we've got is our new baler. Now, the other baler was a good mod, everything like that, except when you lowered the pickup, it sometimes like reverted back and it got stuck a few times. It was, yeah, you ended up having to get a big lump in the thing, put it back, and you'd have to reset it and all this stuff. So we went for this one. Requires 140 horsepower to pull, which isn't bad, so both of our tractors can pull it. I did have it on the Massey and not the Dutz Far, and it went pretty well. Pickup also seems a little bit wider, which is good, and it will operate about a mile an hour faster. Because it's heavier, going up the hills is actually slower, but it was a lot more efficient with picking everything up and not having to stop and pick the pickup up all the time and yeah, reset it essentially. Saved us a lot of time. So that cost us about 100,000, but we got 50 odd back from our other one. So yeah, it's not too bad for an extra 50,000. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, I think we will keep on the Massey just because it is a bit heavier. It is almost 3.5 tons heavier than the other baler. Then the next impromptu purchase, because it was on offer, is a sprayer. As you can see, it is like 40% damage, so I do need to get it fixed. It's only got 18 meter boom, which I thought was perfect for our sort of tight farm. I can't remember what the cost was of it, but it was about 60% discounted. I did put on the spot spray, which added like the 40,000, which I know is totally ridiculous, but that will probably save us that in the lifetime that we use it over the for spraying weeds. Because this is only going to be for spraying weeds. So yeah, those are our 2 purchases that we've made since we have been away. Oh, and our cows, which you've just seen. I am contemplating putting this herd up to 100, which we may do start the next episode when we get our pigs and everything else. But for now, we'll get back into the combine and get it emptied. I'll see how far we've actually managed to get. We're getting 2 loads out of the combine, because that's quite a lot. So we have managed to get another full load with not doing much of the field. So I have quite high hopes for our yield on this. It was said it was doing about 130, 140 across it because it's good soil types on this field. I just don't know how much pigs eat, so we'll need to gauge that. Break it in gently, maybe by 10 or 20 first before we go the full hog. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much we get. But we'll get that done on the next episode. Because I am going to say that is us for this one. We've had a very busy year. We've done many a thing. We've got a lot more land. We've got a new tractor. Some other new implements. What else did we get? Oh yeah, the land was the big purchase because we got like 3 or 4 more fields. We've upped our sheep to 107. So we've got 107 sheep. Again, contemplating moving them up as well. I think we can deal with having almost 200. And then milk cows we've up to 75. Again, let's get that up to 100. But yeah, another very busy year expanding, and we do need to look at pigs still, and the area for the farm shop possibly next year. So it's going to be another eventful one. But for today, and for this year, that is us. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing down below. And I will see you guys again at some point on Court Farms. Thanks again. Goodbye.